Okay, so the PXN V99, which I finally got my hands on, is here. So here's my in-depth and honest review. PXN V99 is an entry-level and rival to the Logitech G29 and G920, but it's really well priced at only $180 compared to $299 and $399 respectively for the other options. So to prove my point of comparison, I've driven both the Logitechs, this, and a high-end direct drive wheels from brands like SimiCube. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting off with the wheel, compared to the G29, the PXN has a much bigger wheel, making it feel less like a toy, and it has a quote-unquote formula-styled wheel, and unlike the Logitech, it's actually detachable with a quick release, so that's already +1 to PXN. And to add, this wheel actually has paddle shifters and a dual clutch mechanism, so that's a lot more options for sim racing and whatnot. It's the only downside to this wheel is it doesn't have a rotary encoder. Moving on to the shifter, it's nothing special, mostly plastic except the metal plate on top, but it has a pretty decent shift feeling. But it's nothing special, just comparable to the Logitech one, and in my opinion, just with a couple more buttons on top. Moving on to the pedals, they actually look really nice, but are just some normal pedals that aren't load cell. But you do get these nice looking clutch, throttle, and brake, unlike some Thrustmaster ones, which look absolutely horrendous, but they got the job done and are probably going to be the first thing you upgrade. But the pedals feel nice, with the brakes being the stiffest and the clutch and throttle being slightly more easy to press.
By the Mercedes, but
Now what we're waiting for, the wheelbase. The wheelbase has 3.2 Nm of torque compared to the Logitech's 2.1, and you can really feel that difference out on track. It's quite noticeable, to be honest. And the feeling that you get from it compared to the Logitech is that it's way less geary and more fluid. Like, I've driven the G29 and it feels like you're driving a wind turbine or something. And most of the time, it's actually silent when you're using it compared to the G29, which sounds like you have a rave party up in your bedroom. And at 3.2 Nm at max power, it really gets you going, but it's still nothing like those high-end direct drive wheels. But for 5 times less the price, it's so worth it. The feeling you get with this wheel, worth it for only $180. And before moving forward, just for some information, in the box you get a steering wheel, a shifter, a set of pedals, the wheelbase, table clamps, and wires to go along with everything else. Now, its in-game feel is spot on with the 3.2 Nm of feedback, giving you way more variety compared to the Logitech 2.1, but it's still not as immersive as the direct drive wheels. But this wheel does work with any game that I tested with force feedback, with or without force feedback. So I've tried games like iRacing, BeamNG, F1, Assetto Corsa, even Roblox, if you so to choose. Okay, so 2 months into the review, or 2 months into owning this, I should say, the wheel on max force feedback, this isn't max at all. This is like maybe 30% force feedback. The wheel feels really lively. Like if I get on the grass here, it'll do that. Yeah. Now overall, the PXN V99 in my opinion is superior to the Logitech just because of its higher force feedback, and it's priced for only $180 compared to $299 or $399 to the Logitechs. Yeah, you really cannot go wrong with this. The wheel feels great in game, and everything around it for a bundle is only $180. I mean, there's nothing more to say. This wheel is just borderline insane.